Hello.
Hello, Kamie. What a delight to talk to you. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Well, I think part of being so good is your second season on Catfish is due out on MTV. Is that part
Yes.
of your enthusiasm?
Oh, absolutely. 1000%. I couldn't be happier to be on this show. It's one of my favorite shows, and I've been a longtime fan of it. So it's definitely exciting to be able to work on it.
All right, big twist this season. I thought maybe it was like footage you had filmed before the pandemic, but apparently you're right in the pandemic trying to do the Catfish. What dynamics are new with this season?
So the season's all virtual, which is completely different because, fans of the show are used to us actually doing in-person episodes, kind of running up to people's homes. Neve is always seen like peeking through windows and, being extra. But now we don't have that anymore. Everything has changed and we have to work from home and we've kind of just adapted to this new way of life, just like everyone else. But I think Catfish is the perfect show to be able to do a virtual season like this because we do so much virtually anyways on the show. And I love it. It hasn't missed a beat at all. Somehow we've been able to make it just as suspenseful and exciting as before, and I love that.
So where am I wrong? I would have thought during pandemic, online dating would be more Zoom, so you would see the person in advance. The old ways you would send pictures and then meet maybe. What's the twist in this season that offered you some drama?
Oh, I mean, Catfish have only gotten more creative and crafty during this pandemic. I think, you know, on one hand, we have all the time in the world to be able to explore these connections and relationships, virtually. But then on the other hand, you have people who have more time than ever to kind of get really creative with their ideas and how they're going to go about these catfishing schemes and sometimes scams, which, is unfortunate because I think now more than ever, we can kind of understand why people date online because that's kind of the only interaction that we're getting right now is through our phones and computers. But somehow, some way, they make it happen. These catfish, they know what they're doing.
Well, one thing I know you love this show because I feel like you could have, I mean, obviously you have your modeling side, but I feel like part of you is the FBI. Like you get all
Oh yeah,
in to try to bust these dudes. Tell us about maybe one
oh yeah.
bust that you were like, gotcha.
Let's see. I think my first episode ever that I guest hosted, this was back in 2018, September. I had a feeling that the catfish was in prison, and I just told Neve, I was like, Google his name and Google his name and mugshot. And sure enough, it came up, and there his mugshot was. Clear as day for us all to see. I just, sometimes these little, tidbits just rush to my head, and I'm like, we have to look at this. And I think that's something that Neve always says that he appreciates about my eye is that I just kind of can see things, really quickly that, maybe we might have overlooked or missed. But I do that in my real life anyway because I'm the person, I'm the friend who, when my friends say like, "Oh, I went out last weekend and I met this guy, but I only got his first name and like he was wearing a University of Michigan hoodie." I'm like, "Oh, no problem. I can find him and I'll find him."
Oh my God. I feel like you have a wall of busted, like a Hall of Fame because
Yeah.
you're so good at it. We love the show. Coming to MTV, new
Thank
season,
you.
like you said. Given all your success, well deserved, from the runway to the TV show, what's really served you well?
Probably I would have to say my family. I'm the oldest of I have 5 younger sisters, so 6 girls altogether, and, I've always been, the sister that I'm the same person on the show that I am in real life for my sisters, for my best friends. I'm the person you can come to who's always gonna give you the real and honest advice, but, at the end of the day, sometimes you need a hug also. But, sometimes a little bit of tough love, we all need that. So I would definitely have to say they've given me some good practice. And then, they give it right back to me when I need it. So
Well, that authenticity shows through on the show. Kamie, great talking to you. Congratulations. We can't wait to tune in to MTV. Thanks so much.
thank you so much.